somebody that has ALS. So her job has like tripled. There's so many things that she has to do to take care of me. So I'm very, very thankful for my wife because she's right there. Let's clap for my wife. So my whole family helps me. This is my son Daniel, and he's helping me to get dressed. I can't button my shirt because my hands don't work, so I can't get dressed by myself. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? I can't even put on my socks. I can't reach down that far, and I don't have the strength to pull my sock up. So Daniel helps me with things like that. And my daughter Leanna, she's 13, almost 14. She's helping me with shaving. I can shave a little bit, but it's so heavy, it's really hard to do. So it's helpful when one of my family members helps me with shaving. And brushing my teeth. Same thing, I could still brush my teeth if I had to, but the toothbrush is very heavy, and I need to try to save my energy. So my whole family helps me with all of these daily tasks. I can't even pick my nose anymore. All the little things that you take for granted, just little things. Like picking your nose, I can't do it anymore. I guess that's a good thing about ALS because you shouldn't pick your nose anymore. But little things like what if you have an itch on the top of your head? What would you do? Show me. See, you just go like that. If I have an itch, I'm like, oh no, I can't reach. My arm doesn't go up that high. So I'm like, oh man. And I have to call one of my family members and say, I got an itch on the top of my head, please scratch my head. So all those little things. And forget about shoes with laces. I got rid of all those so I could slip into my shoes. But just lots and lots of little things I cannot do. So how do I deal with such a hard life and a hard disease? And I'm going to take a sip of water before we talk about these. But resiliency and positive attitude, that's the key. And I hope you guys know these words. I think resiliency is what I do, and positive attitude is how I think. And these two things help me to live and help me to not get too down. Resiliency means when something hard happens or something difficult happens, you don't get all depressed about it. You just pop back up and you keep on going and you keep on doing your best. And positive attitude means to think about good things and the positive things and not the negative things. With resiliency, I think that this is one of my favorite Bible verses. It talks about resiliency. It says, love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. And with my ALS, I don't give up, and my family doesn't give up on me. Every day is hard, and every week it's a little bit harder, but we don't give up. We just pop back up, and we do whatever we can do, and try to still have as much of a good life as we can. So that's resiliency. Something hard that happens, but you just keep on going. And I would say for you guys too, this is an important thing for you. If something hard is in your life, don't let it get you down. Just keep on going. Be resilient. And you should ask yourself, like, why is it so hard for me? If Mr. Martin can do it, then I can do it. So think about that with resiliency. And positive attitude, what do we think about? I wrote, I choose to focus not on what I can no longer do, but on what I am still able to do. Not on the things that I have lost, but on the things that I can never lose. So this is positive attitude. There's lots of things I can't do. There's lots of things that I lost, like my hands, my arms, my legs, my voice. But what if I thought about those things all the time? That would be depressing. I'd be like, I can't use my hands anymore. I can't talk well. I can't walk. I can't breathe. That would be a sad life. I would get depressed and down. But instead of thinking about the negative things, I think about the positive things. Like, I can still walk a little bit. I can still talk a little bit. I can still use my hands a little bit. And some things I will never lose, like the love of my family and the hope and the peace I have in God. And just my brain is still the same. I sound different, I look different, I act different. But inside my heart and my brain, I'm still the same. That doesn't change. So I focus on those things. It helps me to do much better with my life. So I hope you guys will do the same thing. Think about what you can do. Don't complain about what you can't do, but think about the things that are positive, and it will make your life much better. I'm going to give a practical example for you guys. I don't compare myself with others. I don't compare myself to this dude. I don't even know who he is. I just found him on the internet. But if I compare myself to him, I'd be like, man, that guy looks a lot better than me, or at least maybe just a little bit better. But he's got strong muscles, a healthy body. He's probably making millions of dollars with his modeling career or acting. And if I compare myself to others, or if you compare yourself with others, this is what happens. You're going to have envy, anger, and self-pity. Envy means, oh, I want what that guy has, or I want what that girl has. And you're going to be envious. Or you're going to be angry, like, why do I have ALS and that guy doesn't? I'm a better person than he is. I'm going to get angry. Or self-pity. It's like, oh, my life is terrible. I have such a bad life compared to him. So I don't compare myself with others. And I hope you won't compare yourself with others, because it leads to envy and anger and self-pity. But on the other side, I do compare myself with some people. I compare myself with people that are less fortunate. These are some kids that live in Syria, in the city of Aleppo. And their city used to be beautiful, but there's war, and their whole city has been bombed. And it's hard to find food, hard to find water. I don't think these kids have internet. So if I compare myself with these kids, then that gives me thankfulness. I'm thankful that I have a warm house to sleep in. I have clothes to wear. I have food to eat. And it helps me to be content. That means I'm okay with how I am. I'm okay with my situation, because it could be a lot worse. Even with ALS, I'm content, because I know that some people have a much harder life than I do. And it gives me a desire to help others. Rather than thinking about me, like, why me? I've got such a hard life. No, I want to think about other people. how can I help others? Because there are others that have a harder life than I do. So if you are going to compare yourself with somebody, compare yourself with others that are less fortunate, and then think about being thankful and content and helping others. So this is my family, and that we have been able to do this. We still have fun together. We still like to laugh. We still have a good life. So even with such a hard thing, we are still enjoying life, and we've got so much love and support from other people. So I guess I want to encourage you guys to, if you have anything hard, and I know a lot of you have really hard stuff in school or in your family or in your life, but just try to be resilient and try to have a positive attitude and compare yourself to me and say, oh, at least I don't have ALS. Or if Mr. Martin can be resilient and have a positive attitude, then I can too. All right. So that's all I had to share. And I wanted to have some time for questions.